Just one. I just need this one. Trust me. The left hook.
I only need one too.
Okay.
You get that too?
That's fine. All right, then we both got it. We both got it.
Like, come on, bro.
I can't hear
you. Stole the show. You know, I know it's, you know, you're the main event. You're supposed to, but you delivered.
Right.
And you, after it, said, you know, knock, knock, Tank.
Yeah.
I'm knocking on the door. You came over here, said light skin. A lot of fight fans like when people call out and do things like that.
But only person that don't like it is him. He's kind of weird. But now he got no choice but to fight me. The fans want him to fight me. After what I just did tonight against a guy that's bigger than him, come on now. If I touch him, what's gonna happen? Talk about that. Everybody want to talk about, oh, Keyshawn, what if he touch you? What if I touch him? Yeah, okay.
What happens when two of boxing's fiercest fighters collide in a battle for ultimate supremacy? Gervonta Tank Davis and Kean the Businessman Davis, both known for their raw talent and explosive personalities.
I want to fight him, bro, because he been tricking the boxing game for too long. He been tricking the boxing game for too long. He makes shit look good. He makes shit look better than what it is.
Are set to face off in one of the most anticipated fights of the year. But before the gloves are on and the punches fly, the heat reaches boiling point in their final face-to-face on Davis. This isn't just boxing, it's personal. Let's dive into the chaos, drama, and fireworks from their heated.
I would prefer Tank Davis, the top guy. I would go for the top guy. If I could choose, I would choose Tank Davis. I would knock Tank short out. Tank is a great fighter. Hats off to Tank. I'm not even about to just do all that. Like, Tank is a great fighter, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows that. He got the power, he got the skill and ability, he's patient, you know what I'm saying? But I know who I am. That little short can't touch me. And I'm coming with that same shit he coming with, and he know that. His coach Kenny, you know, got a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? Tells him to go fight the from Cuba. No, nigga, I'm gonna fight Tank. Stop mentioning other people when I mention your fight. The is you talking about, boy? Like, don't play with me, bro. Y'all know how I'm coming. Tank, if you wanna fight, send me a contract, bro. Tank, you know.
Showdown leading up to fight night. Gervonta Davis has been the talk of the boxing world for years, with his devastating knockout power and a chip on his shoulder big enough to level skyscrapers. Tank is no stranger to headlining the biggest fights, but Kean Davis, the rising star and Olympic silver medalist.
Davis, Keyshawn, this new guy, he's 140 pounds, he's not bad.
Yeah.
Keyshawn Davis. That's him right there, isn't it?
Ooh, no, I thought he was.
Ooh, there we go right here.
Isn't here to just participate. He's here to take over the beef between these two. Didn't start in the ring. Kean's been chirping at Tank for months, claiming he's the new face of boxing and calling out Tank for ducking real competition. On the flip side, Tank sees Kean as nothing more than a loudmouth rookie trying to cash in on his name.
Excitement, huh? Talk about coming in here fighting a guy who was heavier.
Yeah.
You talked about not having no concern, but just talking about that, getting ready to fight somebody who was heavier.
No, I really didn't have concern, man. I'm gonna keep getting y'all the same answer, man. All glory to God. He gave me the strength to go in there and fight through this week. Like, y'all don't even know, my sisters had a whole car accident today. And they hurt. My sister's head was, all of them, their head was hurting, back was hurting. Like, they literally could have got taken out today. The devil didn't want this to happen, but look what happened. It was still a glorious night. I told y'all it's gonna be a movie. What is the movie?
This final face-to-face wasn't just another press event. It was pure chaos. The moment Tank entered the room, you could feel the tension crackle like electricity. Dressed in a sleek black tracksuit with his signature diamond-encrusted chains, Tank exuded confidence. Kean rocking a bold red blazer with matching sunglasses.
Like I said before, every time he has came to me, when I say who you want to fight, said it doesn't matter. So he don't pick and choose. So if y'all want to criticize anybody, criticize me, or criticize Leonard Ellaby, or criticize whoever, but don't criticize the fighters. The fighters' job
didn't back down for a second as the fighters sat down across Ross from each other. The host barely got through the first question before the verbal jabs started flying. The crowd, made up of media fans and other fighters, ate it up. Every insult, every retort, and every glare was met with gasps and cheers.
Hey, a world title. But also, we gonna come back to Norfolk, man, so y'all don't forget about me. Y'all keep supporting DB3. But a world title definitely gonna be next 2025. We got big plans for everybody in the boxing world. Hey, Gervonta,
Knock, knock.
You've been on that all week. Listen.
This isn't just another fight for Gervonta. It's about maintaining his dominance and shutting down a brash up-incomer for Kean. About proving he belongs among the elite and stamping his name in the history book, Kean made it clear he sees this fight as a changing of the guard.
When Light Skin posted those messages about me sparring, I was really looking at it like, okay, so what? That I DM'd you about sparring. So what? No cap. Since when y'all take sparring into consideration of shit? So what? So what? What was his point of even doing that? Like, what was he trying to get with it? That I'm trying to ride his coattail? Like, bro, I don't need you. I don't have to fight you. I'm making real. I don't need you, bro. I don't need you, bro. I do not need you, bro. I don't. If you want to fight me, send me a contract. But if you don't, I'm gonna be just as popular fighting you or not fighting you. I'm gonna make my money fighting you or not fighting you. So don't get it twisted like I'm chasing after you. I'm not chasing you, little dude, little dwarf, oopa loopa.
From the outset, the face-to-face was less about words and more about presence. Gent's calm yet authoritative demeanor hinted at his confidence in his experience and skills. Kean's sharp movements and unwavering stare reflected the hunger of a fighter with everything to prove as they squared off the unspoken energy between them.
What was your thoughts on that type of performance as a rising star in boxing?
Where you at, Tank? Where you at? Where you at, Tank? That's what was my thoughts. I mean, the call out too after the performance. Come on, man. Look, man. Keyshawn showed. Look, this is what I've been waiting on from Keyshawn, man. Keyshawn has been kind of hot and cold. He finally put it together, man. He got his mental right. His team is right. His skill is on fire, on point, man. And he did it under these circumstances and this pressure behind this crowd. Man, that dude is a star, bro. Seriously, man. All that weight on his back, bro. He put it down. He was even dealing with his brothers, man. His brothers, his sister singing the national anthem. It was a family affair, bro.
He said his sister had a car crash too prior to today too.
Fire, man. Newborn child as well, man. And he was able to manage all of this, man.
Was palpable. The tension didn't come from insults or verbal sparring, but from the silent battle of wills where every smirk, glare, and pause spoke volumes. Security stood by, anticipating the possibility of physical altercations, a common occurrence when emotions run this high in boxing. While no punches were thrown, the energy was so volatile.
Is Keyshawn ready based on this performance to take on Tank Davis, and how does that fight play out?
I feel like Keyshawn is ready to take on a guy like Tank. I think that Keyshawn is one of the most skillful fighters in the sport of boxing. I always told Keyshawn since a young kid he can fight. I just don't like the simple fact that he's running on media and not keeping a buck, saying that he was beating me up and Shakur had to like rile me up to spar him. Because this make no sense. Shakur is a better boxer than Keyshawn. And if I'm in there doing millions of rounds with Shakur, what makes you think that Shakur has to hype me up to spar Keyshawn? But it is what it is. You gotta hype yourself up, you gotta build yourself. I don't really try to pay too much mind to that, but like I said, Keyshawn is a great fighter. I always thought Keyshawn was a great fighter.
That it felt like the slightest provocation could have triggered an explosion. Things went from heated to explosive when Tank leaned in, locking eyes with Kean. Both Gervonta and Keyshawn carry the same last name, but their paths to glory couldn't be more different. Tank has long been the face of chaos in the ring. Explosive power, insane agility, and a resume filled with knockouts.
Man, I don't play. Like, it ain't, I don't do all that talking and then just do it to do it. You know what I mean? Like, all the shit he was saying about me, it was like, I had never seen him a day in my life. Yeah. You know, never been around him, never nothing. So like, when I seen him, like, I see him across from me, like, and he been talking all this shit. So I would expect him to say something to me. You know what I mean? So I'm doing the interview, and I'm looking over there. I'm waiting for them to come where I'm at. Yeah. You know, so I'm looking, and he finna get up out of there. So I'm like, nah, I gotta go press, bro. I gotta holler at him real quick, just to let him know, like, bro, I'm not one of the ones who just doing all that fat mouthing, bro. Like, I'ma press up on if it's a nigga talking or something, I'm pressing him. Me, bro, I'm like, I'm a solid dude. I just ain't one of the ones who finna just act a certain way just because this fight is finna happen. Like, nah, like, when you bring it out, it's gonna just naturally come out. I can't pump fake.
Trained under the guidance of legends like Floyd Mayweather, Gervonta made his mark as the guy who takes risks, thrives under pressure, and silences doubters with his fists. The rivalry between these two fighters didn't begin overnight. Months of verbal jabs, media speculation, and escalating tension have brought them to this moment. Both men have been vocal about their disdain for the other, but what makes this face-off unique?
Hey, you been knowing me though. I'm just getting to know you, sir.
I don't know shit about you.
They been knowing me. I'm just getting to know you, sir. You know I've been staying no business.
I ain't know who you was.
I've been staying no business. This what I've been doing.
On this business.
Boy, since the Olympics, since before the Olympics, I bet you been knowing what I've been doing, right?
I ain't even
Man,
know
stop
you was.
playing with me.
I ain't know you
bro,
was.
been knowing what I've been doing.
I ain't even know you was. I ain't even know you was. What you talking about?
I bet you know the fuck I am now. What you talking about? Push it up. I'm on that same shit I've been on. These niggas is crazy.
Hey, look, when motherfuckers want to fight, when motherfuckers want to fight, we gonna get that shit done.
Talk to your promoter. Just like you said, go talk to your promoter.
You heard me?
Talk to your promoter.
All right, everybody, we gotta go.
This nigga's so crazy. This nigga's crazy.
Is the underlying respect masked by their animosity? Davis Kean, this new guy, he's 140 lb. He's a bad yeah. Davis. That's him, right? There is not here. Kean has repeatedly expressed his belief that Gervonta's time at the top is nearing its end for him. This fight isn't just about proving his worth. It's about ushering in a new era.
Tank Davis. He was a young kid, came up to me when he was a kid, wanted an autograph. I signed his phone for him and told him, you'll be world champion someday, and I'll be your promoter. Years later, he was working with some people from our team, because our team is huge. We got guys in DC, Baltimore, Philly, New York, all around. He won a few fights. I think he was like 8 or 9 and all. I told him, in under 24 months, you'll be world champ. Made the right moves, put him in the right position. He's a multi-millionaire now.
Absolutely.
He was a kid that couldn't even buy a bus ticket. Now he's a multi-millionaire.
Gervonta, meanwhile, has dismissed Kean as another young fighter trying to make a name at his expense. But beneath the surface, there's an acknowledgement that Kean poses a real threat. Kean Davis recently made waves with a stunning performance in his fight against Gustavo Os in what was supposed to be a lightweight contest, but quickly turned into a brutal mismatch. Lamos.
Hey, buddy Shakur, just one question. How did Keyshawn look, man?
I can see the start. Ready for whoever comes next. That boy ready. He been ready, actually. You know what I mean? Just given the opportunity, that's all it is.
You got two little brothers that is closing on Tank. You know, one of them gonna get him.
One of them gonna get him. It's gonna be a great night of boxing when they do.
Appreciate it.
Who missed weight by over 6 lb and had a clear size advantage. Seemed like he could be a real threat, but Kazan dismantled him with speed, skill, and power, knocking him down 3 times in the second round before the referee stopped the fight.